Welcome to Maritzburg. That's where we are for this Wednesday preview. Hollywood Bet Scottsville. I've got Len Mayhew on the line. We're going to talk about the 8 races on the card. We look forward to talking to Daryl Marie for the Vol meet on Thursday. He's told us wait for Thursday, so we're waiting in anticipation to see what he has got to say. But let's get through them. The first of 8 races, I can tell you in terms of card changes this morning that in race 3, number 6 has been scratched, Blue Holly. Make a note of that. In the first race, horse number 1, new jockey, that is Cole Dickon, is now riding number 1 in race 1. And in race 4, you've got Matthew Thackeray riding number 11. Those are the card changes we got for you when doing the show at 9 o'clock this morning. Betway have got 5-2 about this horse, Gorgeous Cape, who is a first-timer from the Dean Kannemeyer stable. And what the comment from the stable is include in exotics. And I've said it before, when Kannemeyer says include in exotics, they normally win. Not sure what the story is here, but the daughter of Hawam, who's done particularly well with a few runners to date out of a Fort Wood mares ridden by Craig Zaki, and that is current favourites. Priced up at 5-2. Number 5 is the second choice, Spin My Angel Spin. Hasn't run for a while. 33-10 second favourite, but there is a comment in the computer form with reference to this horse. And Gareth Van Zyl has said, hoping for a fair effort. So the horse is probably well enough. And number 9, What a Passion, is currently priced up same stable at 7-2. 7 Ibisu, Lucinda Woodruff's having a super run, and so is Chad Little right now. They 7-2, and number 3 Water Hyacinth is at 7-1. It's 16-1, and better about the balance. It's bipots, Lenny. Morning to you. And what's the plan in the opening leg?
Good morning, Clyde. Look, it's a small field, but a very tricky start for me. You know, I give chances to quite a lot of horses, you know, that are capable of improvement. My Angel Spin, who's got some good Cape form over further, but I mean, she did run a length and a half behind Give Me Everything, who's been running in feature races. The 6, What a Passion, second to the very promising unbeaten filly Princess of Gaul, who won on Gold Cup Day. Water Hyacinth placed in all 3. Then you got the first time a Gorgeous Cape, and Dean Kannemeyer has given it a positive. 7 Ibisu, which is also capable of improvement. So for me, very tricky, and I'm actually going to put in 6 horses. You know, I don't know which way to jump, to be honest. So I'd rather cover make sure in the first leg of the bipot.
Okay, well, let's get through, hopefully double up in our first leg of the bipot. Len's gone all of those runners. There are a few bankers in the bipot, and it's a cost of 240 Rand. You are reminded that race 1 runs at 12:30. Welcome, everybody. This is a B Stakes, and it's over 1,000 metres. This morning, race 2, Betway got the 3, Major Tommy is the favourite. It's priced up at 12-10. 6, Lady of Vix is 22-10. 1, Mojo Man is at 9-2. And number 2, Jet Legacy is priced up at 8-1. 9-1 about the 4, Kalahari Roller. And there's one other in here, Boom Shakalaka, number 5 on the card, who's a rank outsider at 50-1. All right, so let's have a look. I know Lady of Vix is, I think, the best weighted horse in the race by a kilo and a half or thereabouts. A horse like Jet Legacy catches the eye only because he had 64 on his back last time. He's carded with 55 and a half, but this Appy Pillay takes off the 4 kilos, so he's literally got no weight on his back, this horse Jet Legacy, so must have some sort of claim. And I'm sure there are 1 or 2 others. Len, what's your thoughts on this?
Clyde, this filly, Lady Vix, is extremely fast, and she came back to form with an easy win over the course and distance 3 weeks ago. And a repeat of that form should see her win again. I mean, she could run them off their feet again. And she's only got 49 to carry, so I really think she's going to be a hard one to beat. Obvious dangers would be the favourite. I see Major Tommy, who she beat comfortably last time. So I'm not quite sure why they've got the betting that way, but racing is racing. They obviously have their reasons.
Interesting. Okay, so you're into the Lady of Vic's corner. Len's saying she'll probably start favourite ahead of Major Tommy, or maybe not, but we are bankering Lady of Vic's. Good point. She's only got 49 kilos on her back for the Tony Riverland stable. Pappy JC Buertis is on her, and that's one of our two bankers in the PA. So Lucinda Woodruff and Chad Little team up here. They are number 3, So Hot, So What? And that is the even money favourite this morning when doing the show for Miss Ladiatrix is the second choice at 33 to 10. 4 to 1 about number 1 Convocation as the third choice. Then you can get 17 to 2, the 2 Captains Christie. The 5 Russian Doll is priced up at 12s, and they bet 14 to 1 and better about the balance. Let's talk about the favourite here, Len. Tell us a bit more about So Hot, So What? I mean, just having a look at her current form, her penultimate, she seemed to win pretty impressively. And that last start of hers, she seemed to be gaining ground quite rapidly over the 1400 metres. Back in an 11 now. I'm not sure if that's a concern or not, or what we should think of that, but I would imagine she's got a serious claim.
Definitely, Clyde. She's a very decent filly. But I think you touched on a point there. Coming back from a 14 to the 1100 has got me a little bit doubtful because on their last meeting, So What, and Miss Ladiatrix, for a 2.5, 2 3/4 length beating, there's now a 6 kilo turnaround in the favour of Miss Ladiatrix, which has surely got to bring them a lot closer together. So I'm not going to bank a So Hot, So What. I'm going to put the two of them because I think she is a danger at the weights and over the shorter distance.
Okay, and you're reminded Blue Holly's not running, so Len's going the 2 horses in the pick 6 here. So Hot, So What? And 4 Miss Ladiatrix going 3 and 4. And then he's bankering the 10 just now. That comes up in race number 4 in the second leg of the pick 6, a horse called Echo. Welcome back, everybody. We're on to race number 4 now. It's a maiden class field over 1,600 metres. And we are going for a horse called Echo. Echo does come from the stable of Garth Puller, and they're having a good run at the moment. The Appy Low is riding particularly well. It's taking 4 off the back of Echo, so she's only got 56 on her back. And she's been pretty consistent her last couple of starts. She comes back to Maritzburg now, and I'll say that because here at Maritzburg, she goes around the turn and tries a little bit further. I know, Len, that we saw your pick 6 a little bit earlier. We know that you've banked this, and just tell us about why you're so confident with her.
Clyde, Echo, to me, she found that the poly track was too quick for her last time and she couldn't get going. It does look like a bad run, being beaten 7.5 lengths. But it's, as I say, the poly track can be quick, and I think it caught her out. Now she's racing at Scottsville, longer run in, an extra 200 metres, so she's racing over the mile. And provided the young apprentice, which I do think has got a lot of potential, as long as she doesn't race wide early, even if she gives them a few lengths start into the straight, and she has time to unwind, and I think she'll run them down. So I'm pretty confident with her.
Okay, that's a pretty good analysis on her. Echo, we're going in with her banker in Pixas and in jackpots, obviously. This is the first jackpot for you that's up on your screen, and that will cost you 210 Rand. Okay, welcome back. We now take a look at our next race on the card, and this is race 5. It's a class 4, not an easy race. There are a few in here with chances, some coming down in the merit ratings, which you've got to look for, gradually coming down, that is. And at this kind of level, I think anything's possible. It does run at 10-3. Let me give you an update on what Betway are doing with this particular race, race number 5. And they've got this horse Gurkha. Number 3 is the favourite at 28-10 for Dean Kannemeyer and Craig Zaki. Duncan Hales comes in here with Capella Mazzaniani on the 4 French trip at 3-1. One World of Our Own is at 8-1. 8-1 about number 5, Harun Al Rashid. And then number 2, Lucky Dollar. Well done to Stewie Ferry. He had a super win with Gladiatorian in his Group 1 victory on the weekend. And they've got Lucky Dollar in here at 12s. It's 14-1 and better the balance. I thought a tough race, Len.
Yes, Clyde, I think it's got an open look about it. You know, the current favourite Gurkha, he won a good race over 2,000 metres last time, but he's dropping back to the 1,600, and I'm not sure if that's going to be to his liking. You know, in all of his races, he has come from way off the pace and only managed, last time over the 2,000, he only managed to get up close home to win. So I'm going to cover him in the exotics. My preference is for French Trip. He does his best at Scottsville, and although he may also prefer Touch Further, he does race more handy. But I would include a few more in the exotics.
Yeah, I see you got quite a number of horses. It is that open. It does have that open look to it. That's what we're recommending you do in the second jackpot here in race number 5. Just make sure you get on before 10-3. Okay, now we move the starting stalls. We go a little bit further. We take the gates to the 1950 metre mark. It's a class 3 and it should run around 25 past. This morning has Betway have got the following for us. Number 1, View of the World for Paul Lafferty. Also saw him on the weekend. He's in good shape, old Laff. Gavin Larena, about to be announced South Africa's champion jockey, is the favourite at 3-1. Number 2, Plum Pudding, is at joints, that is, at 3-1. Number 5, Tra Quat, is at 7-2. 4, Royal Invitation. The Bass Yards on Fire, 7-2. 7, Arverni King, is at 9-2. MJ Ordendal also in full good spirits. The 3 horse, the Mikado, is at 14 or 15-1, and you can get something like 25-1 about number 6, Mike's Mazarin. So all runners quoted. Not the easiest of races, this particular event either. I thought the horse like Plum Pudding, she's in very good form. She's won her last 2. She's looking for a hat-trick of wins. But I guess it's probably the most challenging race on the card, Len.
Clyde, yes, there's only 7 runners, but I think that 5 of them have got realistic winning chances. My first choice is View of the World, who ran a decent race, having his first run after gelding last time, and I feel that he'll have come on with the run. But you can't ignore horses like Plum Pudding, who's won her last 2, the Cape Filly Royal Invitation, who ran in the Oaks last time, Tra Quat, and of course the informed stable of Matthijs Oudendal with Arverni King. So I'll give 5 of the 7 runners chances.
Yeah, open race. That's the recommended trifecta in this race. Say no more about it. It is does look that way. And Len recommending that we box all of View of the World, Plum Pudding, Royal Invitation, and Tra Quat. On to race 7. This is a B Stakes over 1,400 metres. Runs at the top of the hour. Let me give an idea as to what the Betway market's doing. 28-10. Favourite, is it 28-10? No, it's shortened now. It's 5-2, number 1, Rosh Kadesh. Dean Kanamay and Craig Zaki team up. 3, Dawn Till Dusk is 33-10. 2, Q Wing is at 9-2. 6, Kitchikel is at 11-2. And it's 10-1 about number 5, Nelson Bay. All right, so Rosh Kadesh, Len's been in pretty good form. I mean, his last 3 starts has been solid. This particular course and distance he seems to enjoy. He's only had a couple of goes here. He's won here before. Craig Zaki's now back on him for the Dean Kanamay stable. He does look like the horse to beat, eh?
Clyde, you spot on there. He's in good form. He loves the course and distance. And last time, I mean, he wasn't disgraced behind that horse. This is what it means, who's won 4 in a row now. And I mean, he drew 11 out of 12 that day, and he came from way off the pace to run second. So clearly the one they have to beat. And the biggest danger could be the 3 horse, Dawn Till Dusk, who will definitely prefer this distance. And I feel he's the main threat to Rosh Kadesh.
Okay, we're having a look at it. It is a stakes race, so best weighted, just so that you know, is Malcolm's Dream. He's in best weighted in by a kilo and a half or thereabouts, or a few pounds. But the danger for Rosh Kadesh from our perspective is a horse called Dawn Till Dusk, and that's why we're recommending that you box the exacta with Rosh Kadesh and Dawn Till Dusk. Back with us now for the final event on the card. The 8th race is a Class 4. They're going over 1,500 metres. And let's take a look at the Betway market, where Sign of Fate for Robbie Hill and Tristan Godden at top of the boards. They're 3-1. That's number 4 on the card. Number 6, Rugger Lover for Tini Prinsloo and Callan Murray, priced up at 5-1. 3, Beautiful Rania is priced up at 13-2. 2, Among the Clouds, 7-1. 8, Forward Motion, certainly not without a chance, priced up at 7-1 about Forward Motion. 9, Easy Bulu is at 10 or 12s, and it's 14-1 and better about the balance. Len, just give me an idea of your first choice. I thought Forward Motion personally the one to beat, but what do you like?
Oh, Clyde, to me it's a very tricky race, and I think many have winning chances here. My fancy, although not a confident win bet at all, but is the lightly weighted Beautiful Rania. She does well at this track, and with only 50 and a half kilos on her back, if she manages to pinch a couple of lengths in the straight, they might battle to grab her. But all in all, for me, a very tough race, Clyde. So I would include as many as possible.
Okay, it's an open. The last one is always a opportunity to try and get a trifecta or a quartet out of it, because it is competitive most of the time. And in this play, this is the recommended trifecta: 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 and 9, which takes care of another Betway Weighted to Win edition out from Maritzburg side. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Len. We'll catch up soon over the weekend. We've got Friday racing, just by the way, Friday night, which starts around about 3 o'clock, I think. So it's a day-night meet at Hollywood Bets Greyville. We'll catch up with Len then. Thanks, everybody.